Hello and welcome to the first episode of Championships Through the Looking Glass. I'm your host, Manny, and today we will embark on a journey of champions and championships, starting all the way back in Mario's basement for the Season 1 finals between myself and James. And speaking of, I have the man here himself. James,
Hello,
how are you?
everybody. Good. How you doing, man?
Good. James, now you're coming live from the airport, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I'm about to hop on one more flight to get to that Philadelphia.
Oh boy, you're coming back to the good old PA.
Oh yeah, oh man, you wouldn't believe how packed Chicago O'Hare is right now. Everybody's getting sick.
All right, well, be safe. Be safe, my man. On
Thanks,
those
bud.
recycled air canisters that fly.
Yeah, we'll see.
So we have some important things to get to on championships today. We're going to cover Season 1 and 2. But first, before we start any of that, I just want to congratulate you on your quarterfinals win versus Jim. That was very nice playing.
Thank you, buddy. That was heart pumping. While I was fighting, I had my girlfriend trying to talk to me about recycling, and I was like, "You shut the hell up right now! I am so busy. I have 10 minutes to prepare for the next battle. You got to leave me alone."
I can't save the world right now. I need to beat Jim right now. The world can wait.
I was like, "You got to leave me alone, lady. I'm done with this."
But you still have a lot of work to do, though. But I'm sure that you're going to focus and bring the absolute heat next week. And I'm very excited to see that. And I hope I get to commentate it.
Oh, right as we speak, Jack and Mike are battling. I cannot wait to watch the videos at the end of this.
Oh, we're going to be studying the VODs. We're going to be going back. We're going to look for tendencies. It's going to be good. All right, so we have to go really back in the vault here. Because Season 1 and 2, they were just basically wiped from existence because I had no idea that we would still be playing this Pokemon Draft League today.
I totally agree with you. I had no idea this would last so long.
So before I start here, I just popped the replay up, and the teams are facing each other down very anxiously here. But this is the last remnant of Season 1, okay? So let me just set the stage a little bit for everyone who joined Season, 6 and later?
Oh, yeah. I think that's where everyone's at now. Most of the players. I think me, you, and are like the last, and Mario are the originals.
Yeah. Mike too.
Oh, yeah. And Mike. Yeah, Mike doesn't really count.
I will be hearing about that later. So, about how we used to battle here. So, we were in Mario's basement. We were situated with our computers battleship style. They were touching each other. And yes. And we were against the tiniest table I think that has ever been built. And we're sitting there. We are literally 3 feet from each other. And everyone is crowded around us like some sort of Thunderdome. And they're clapping and yelling and cheering. And it was incredibly hard to focus, for me at least.
Those were such heat battles, too. You'd see Rob would hit somebody with a paralysis with 10%, and everyone would freak their mind out.
Yeah, man. You everyone gets to battle now from the comfort of their own home. But we used to battle in front of everybody.
And then when you got 6-0'd in front of everybody, you just left the party. You didn't even hang out anymore.
No. You had to leave the building and do a lap and then come back, no matter what.
Oh, I remember after every battle, Mario would go out and chug cigarettes.
I know he had. Them. Oh my gosh, you'd have to have 3 or 4 just to calm down after all of the shenanigans. So James, if you could, look back, what were your feelings going into that first championship game? It was the very first season. It was both of our first championship games. It was live. There were people there. It was chaotic.
To tell you the truth, I was hoping to win, but I honestly thought your team was better than my team. I was using Smurgle and Miltank, things that and you had like Gyarados and Salamence and like all these killers. I was like, oh god. But I don't even remember who like my big hitters were. But I don't think I brought one or two of them for the finals even. But I remember that whole playoff thing was intense too. You had a very tough round. I remember getting to the finals, while I think I had a much easier go of it.
Yeah, I had to beat Mario because
Yeah,
I
that
dittoed his Mega Absol, and he missed a play rough, and then I hit the play rough, and I won.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh my god, that was heat, that battle.
It was, but I think the most heat was this battle though. So I have the video running on slow in the background here, but so your team bounced between Webs and Trick Room, right?
Yeah, yep.
And you made the unfortunate mistake of bringing Webs.
Oh my god, I was so like how many mons do you have in that game that do not touch the ground?
I have three, and Magnezone touches the ground. Yeah, so three out of my six. So 50% of my team didn't touch the ground.
Yeah, as soon oh man, that was like the saddest moment cuz you're the people I remember on your team that did touch the ground were really fast also. So it was like either way I had a chance to run it. Did the bounce already go?
The
I'm not
bounce is
looking.
happening right now.
Oh my
So
god, that was the
I
play.
throw in Gyarados here, and I don't know what you were thinking here was going to happen.
I thought you were. I didn't know you were going to bounce the shit out of me. I thought you were going to waterfall me and hope for flinches because the way I remember it is Gyarados doesn't get flying moves.
Yeah, no, so I had to use so I had to use power or bounce because bounce is a two-turn move, and that was my only. I don't know why that was my strat. I don't know what rhyme or reason. I don't remember anything about season one.
I remember seeing that and going, "Oh no, that's going to be very very hard to come back from."
I think
'Cause-
because at that point when I bounced, everyone else around us got really loud, and
yeah,
it was like one of those things where like I started to get nervous. I don't know about you, but like I was like, am I gonna throw this now? Like I made the play. Like now I need to finish the game.
and then yeah, dude, I and then I remember I don't remember who was Moxie, the Salamence or the Gyarados, but God, it got embarrassing near the end of it.
Yeah. So you went through with Avalugg and you started to roar me around,
Oh my God, yeah,
and you roared me into Salamence, and
yeah, and
then
that
I just clicked outrage a bunch of times, and I was Lumberry, so I got a 3-turn outrage, and then I lummed, and then I got a 2-turn outrage, and then that's how I won the game.
oh dude that but that final was so much fun. I honestly did not know we were going to do a season two after it. I had a lot of fun with it, and I was like, yeah, that's a good way to go out. That's fine by me.
Yeah, you and me both, man. I did not know we were going to get back for season two. I did not know what season two was going to hold for any of us. But, you know, this was not your last finals, though. You would go on to appear in the next one and the next one before you finally took home the gold in season three against our good friend Joe.
Oh, that I was so happy to finally win a championship. Like season two, I didn't think like are we talking about season two now?
We're gonna go into season two right now. That's a perfect segue.
Oh my God. Season two was the most corrupt thing we've ever done in the entire history
Yes,
of gaming.
yes, it was. I think everyone who's listening to me would be a little bit remiss if we didn't talk about the elephant in the room for season two. Um, so, quick summary. Let's lay down the foundation before we get into season two here.
We just needed more battlers, and the girl I was dating at the time, Krista, she wanted to play, and I was like, "You suck. You ain't gonna play well." So the first battle was me versus her, if you remember, and I 6-0'd her in like 12 turns.
You demolished her. You
Oh,
demolished her.
it was so brutal. So for the rest of the season, I would make her teams, and then she would just click like a super effective move, and that's all she would do.
So, like you said, season 2 is regarded as the only season in PFL history to ever have an asterisk next to the name and the champion. So we were in Mario's basement once again, and the computers were kind of situated basically the same way as they were before. They were a little bit more separated, but they were still kind of battleship style. And we had a very large crowd of maybe like 7 to 8 people. And so the arena there was packed to
Very
max
large.
capacity.
Dude, I think Mario's mom came down to watch it for a little too.
Oh, yes, she did. So everyone started to get real hype because we found out as the battle went on that Krista brought taunt on every one of her Pokemon to stop your potent Trick Room team. She had a notebook next to her and she was writing down all of the type matchups, and she knew if you went into one Pokemon, she would like go through her notes to see which Pokemon she should switch into.
You remember that?
Yes, she was physically writing the plays down.
Yeah, she like couldn't remember like fire beats grass or shit like that. So she would put it in a book and then just look it all up every time.
It was perfect. So now she was truly the clueless champion. Okay. Now,
Dude, I'm the one who built that final team, just to let you know. For her, I was like, all you have to do is click taunt every single time and then just run moves. Dude, I was so happy she beat me though, like kind of fair and square.
so that I'm gonna ask you that question here, okay? But first, it was a whole, and the reason why it's the most corrupt season ever in gaming history is because every team, we all made a pact to purposefully throw our games so that Krista could win.
Not only that, but I remember there were a few times where like somebody was supposed to battle, but you guys didn't have that person available. So you were just like giving wins who you needed to throughout the season.
Yes,
To make sure that person would not make playoffs.
Yes, there was lots of shadow battling and people who didn't show up, and I just did air quotes. But yeah, we rigged the standings and we made certain people lose and we made certain people win, and we controlled who made playoffs. And then not only did we control who made playoffs, then we controlled who won the whole thing. And then after it, I remember we all just got together and we all just kind of looked at each other very defeated, and we were like, never again.
There was one thing that had to go through, I remember, and that was Krista beating Mario. If Krista could beat Mario, then we could set up the rest of the finals the way it was. I remember.
Yeah.
Because I remember Mario was not like in on it really.
Yes, I don't remember who was that. That was one of the questions I was going to ask. I don't know who started it or whose idea it was. We all just kind of jumped on board. Like, so do you remember anything about it?
Yeah. So Mario, I hope Mario remembers this. Oh my God, that beeping is gonna drive me nuts. Mario had a team that was really good, and I remember I got Krista to do this move at the beginning of the match. I told her, you're going to set up Pyroar, you're going to hit Endeavor. Your first move will be Endeavor, and then you're going to quick attack. And that was like one of the very first Endeavor plays that we had in the league. And it worked, and it killed like one of Mario's like best users. And that like set Krista up on her notebook path to history.
Her notebook path. So be real with me. How many games of Krista's was actually you battling?
No, I'm going to tell you the truth. I did not battle any of them. I only made the teams.
Wow. Okay. So you were okay. So you teamed. That was my next question. How many did you help prep for? So you made the teams.
God.
She did the battling. Okay.
Yeah, I would. So I would set up some little plays in the game where, like in her notebook, I would write down like she had Pyroar, I remember, and that was the first time Meloetta was used in season, and that was really cool. So I would have to circle plays for Meloetta. Like you have to use this move first, use it no matter what, because then it switches forms, and then you can go into bashing. And she'd have that like written in her notebook. She really did study hard to try to like get good.
She did.
So I
She did.
I I give her credit on that.
Yeah, and I think that's why everyone was okay with what we were doing at the time because we were like, you know what, like we didn't we didn't think the league was that serious at the time, and we were all having fun, and we were like, it'd be really funny if we could put Krista in the record books.
And the best part about that was the first season. Well, we didn't want Tyler to ever win a season, but we needed more room to make fun of him.
Yes, yes.
and and that was like the exact reason we did it all. We
Was
just wanted to like pick on Tyler a little more. Like, look at who this girl doesn't even know Pokemon, and she's crushing it compared to you.
I think the majority of our decisions throughout the league could be traced back to making sure Tyler didn't win.
Yeah, that was a clutch move for us too.
That was a clutch move. Oh man. So we don't have a replay of season 2. We can't find it. It's lost in the ether.
Dude,
We've tried.
That was the best team building I had ever done in my life too. That team was unstoppable if I played it right. The set, what was its name? Cresselia for a trick room setter, and then I would healing wish or whatever the moon move is right into my sweepers, which was Crawdaunt, and then the other one was a Zoomerl. And oh my god, they were terrifying all season long.
Oh, I know. You absolutely wrecked the train. You went to the first 3 finals.
Yeah, that team was like I think that was the mustache or no, mustache team was team 3. I don't remember that.
Mustache was season 3 because I remember when you said that you were drafting mustaches, we were like, okay, like, come on, James. And then you proceeded to beat us up, all of us. Like I think we played 8 games that season, and you got plus 30 in 8 games.
I only won 6 of them too.
I got plus 30 in 11.
Thank you.
That was my best season ever.
Oh,
So you
dude,
destroyed it. You were averaging like you were beating teams by like 4.5 Pokemon.
yeah, I was averaging a +5 like through the season.
Because no one
That
could
was
figure out Stoutland.
Yeah, that Stoutland was unstoppable, and then it got bumped up.
Yes. We took that out of your hands. No more of that.
Yeah, dude, I love some of the moves that I like. Miltank, I was like a solid thing that we put in the league. That Miltank, I love that Miltank. The best thing we ever did.
Well, before we get too ahead of ourselves, we're teasing into episode 2 here. So we covered a lot here today on our first episode of Championships. And I was super happy to have you on, James, for this episode as we go through our whole entire history here. We're going to have you back on next episode to discuss Season 3 in more depth and your dreaded Stoutland Pound Town combo and your record-setting plus and how you managed to throttle Joe in the finals. And hopefully we can get Joe on here as well, and we can have a good old... I'll be the moderator, and you guys can just yell at each other about missing a hydro pump.
Oh, that's he like hates that to this day still. It's the thing that like if you were to like show that in a replay, he might like throw up or yell at you.
Oh, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it in super slow mo, like as fast as Showdown lets me slow it down. That's how fast we're going, and we're gonna watch like every pixel of hydro pump miss.
Oh, dude, we didn't talk about the draft really either. That was my favorite part. That's where we would all sit in like a shitty room together, and then we'd be putting names of Pokemon on a board with duct tape.
Yep.
And that's where the upside down Haxorus came in, dude. The best The best meme we got of the league.
Yes, upside down Haxorus. From Joe, actually. I believe it was that season.
Yeah.
He'll have to get on here and tell us. But so before we part for this episode, do you have anything you want to say to the crowd?
Dude, thank you guys for letting me join this league. And I've been having fun with it every single year. I love learning about new sets. It helps me out with VGC. Just keep bringing your A game, guys. Keep bringing it.
And we are so lucky to have you, James. Thank you for buying onto this ridiculous concept of an idea that I had all those years ago.
Oh, dude, best thing.
Well, that is it for us in our first episode. So until next time, everyone, peace.